So I think one of the reasons he's been misunderstood is the same reason that we, perhaps, still have to defend this verse. Because I've had to preach Matthew 5:17 so many times in Grace communities because people want to know what it looks like to fulfill the law. And so what the common response is, Jesus would fulfill it by not sinning. Let's make sure. Let's make sure that's what Jesus means, that he fulfills it by not sinning. Look at the Greek word for fulfill. The Greek word is plerou, and it means to make full or to complete. That's why we get fulfill, because we make full or we finish it off. But that's not its only, and I know I'm certainly preaching to the choir, you guys get this, but for someone watching that doesn't, when we say there's other translations or there's other definitions, that's the better word. There's other definitions. We do this because Greek is so multicolorful. It's plugged in into various moments in conversation, and it doesn't always mean the same thing. It relies on context a lot. It's kind of like the best example I've ever been able to come up with on my own in English is the word love. Okay? Love really needs context. I love this chicken sandwich. I love you. I love you. I love you. Those are three very different kinds of love. If all you had was the word love, you would think, well, they're the same thing. However he feels about this woman on the front row, he feels about that guy on the back, but he also feels that way about chicken sandwiches. And everybody knows better, or at least you better hope that you don't feel the same way as all three of those separate things. You need context in every one to bear it out. Now, English relies on those contextual things to go, well, he didn't mean he loves that chicken sandwich the way he loves her. And someone from the outside of the language might say, how do I know he doesn't love? Well, because you don't love a chicken sandwich the way you love her. And we get frustrated trying to explain, and maybe we needed to use a different word. That's the best example I've been able to come up with in the English to show you that in the Greek, words are often different in the different context. That other definition is to bring to realization. It's something that hasn't been realized, and you bring it out in front of people to show them what it really looks like. So when Jesus says, think not that I come to destroy the law, I come to fulfill the law, he uses plerou. And based on where we're going to go in Matthew 5, contextually, what Jesus is saying is not, don't think I come to destroy the law. He didn't say, I come to make it complete. No, he says, I come to bring to the realization of the law what you haven't realized about the law. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to show you what the law was really all about, not what we've taught far too much. Jesus come to finish the law and then throw it out. No, he didn't come to finish the law. He come to bring the law to its fullest realization. Now, a lot of us have grasped that, and what we've done with the Sermon on the Mount is we've made the following statement. We've said, Jesus is about to show you how bad you are at keeping the law, and he's going to elevate the keeping of the law, bringing it to its fullest realization, and its fullest realization is you can't do it, you're going to fail, and you need somebody to do it on your behalf. That's how most of us have preached Matthew 5:17 under grace. As we walk on and through Matthew 5, and we pick these moments, and we say, look, that's too hard. And I think we're missing the spirit behind the Sermon on the Mount. And I think we're missing the spirit behind plerou. Jesus is going to show us in this text what it means to truly bring the law to its actual realization. Here's some examples. Remember how Pharisees read the Bible? The Bible says it. I believe it. It is so. Strict obedience over people. Do it. Don't worry about what people think of it. What's Jesus' way? Love people. Love people first. Defend people. Bring out the fullness of what the text is trying to say in a way that you're not always able to see on the surface. In other words, it sounds like this. You've heard it said, but I say. Right? Watch Jesus do this. Same chapter. Just want to show you. I want you to see that we're only 4 verses away. Okay? Just to show you context. Remember what I said a while ago about love a chicken sandwich or love her? That's 2 totally different things. So the context helps demand the definition. Helps define helps to place the definition in its proper context. Matthew 5:21. You have heard that it was said. This is Jesus. You have heard that it was said to those of old, you shall not murder, and whoever murders will be in danger of the judgment. 22. But I say to you, see that transition? You heard them say in old, but here's what I say to you. I say to you, whoever's angry with his brother without a cause is in danger of a judgment. Whoever says to his brother, Raka, that's fool, shall be in danger of the council. Whoever says, you fool, shall be in danger of hell. Did you catch what Jesus does? Now I know I want to kind of keep moving briskly forward through them before I go do too much definition, but I want you to catch the transition in each one of these. The next set, 5:27, 5 verses later. You have heard it was said to those of old, you shall not commit adultery. 28. But I say to you, whoever looks at a woman to lust for her has already committed adultery with her in his heart. What's Jesus doing? Reinterpreting what he read the first time. Here's what you heard. Here's what I heard. Here's how you see it. Here's how I see it. Now we'll come back to some of these, okay? Next one. 3 verses later. Furthermore, it's been said, whoever divorces his wife, let him give her a certificate of divorce. By the way, it's been said in Leviticus. That's an Old Testament law. But I say, whoever divorces his wife for any reason except sexual immorality causes her to commit adultery. Whoever marries a woman who is divorced causes her to commit adultery. Okay, next set. Again, you heard it was said to those of you of old, you shall not swear falsely, but shall perform your oath to the Lord. 34. But I say to you, don't swear at all, neither by heaven, for it's God's throne. Next one. 38. You've heard it was said. You catching the theme? All of these are in context of, I didn't come to destroy the law, I come to fulfill it. You heard it was said, eye for an eye, tooth for tooth. But I say to you, don't resist an evil person. Whoever slaps you on the right cheek, turn the other cheek to him also. One more. 43. You've heard it was said, you shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy. 44. But I say to you, love your enemies. Bless those that curse you. Do good to those that hate you. Pray for those who spitefully use you and who persecute you. Now, what has happened? In each one of these situations, Jesus grabs an Old Testament law and he lays it out in front of them and he says, here's what it says. But I say to you, here's something even better. Sometimes it comes across as a lot harder. Sometimes it comes across as totally unfair. Sometimes it comes across as totally opposite. You get to divorce law. Jesus says, but I say to you, if you do, man, you got a lot of chaos. And you cause a lot more problems. Okay? You get to, but I say. You must, but I say. He's always rebutting.